Okay, here we are on Saturday morning. It's February the 2nd, and we're at the Grande Pacific Model Railroad, and it's Operations Day. And we have all these people in here running trains. This is over here at Apex. So we have the first meet here of the day. We got the Rock Ridge turn sitting in the siding, and we have Manifest Freight 101. Who's been speeding along here. We're going to have to put him on another train quickly. I can see this coming. He's, and of course, this is Groundhog Day today. Turn around, David.
No shadow.
No shadow. So there we go. It says spring's coming early. And David brings his own engines with him. One thing we do here, we allow anybody who's got engines to run their own engines. So it works best. Everybody gets to run their trains. So. Okay. Jim's up here. He's the Apex yard operator, and he's pulling his cars. So. And as it turns out, the way things are working today with JMRI operations, I think he's got a lot of cars to pick up and set out here today. Now, Jim's got a helper who's working all the industries. Now, up here at the top, this is train 100, and he's pulling his cars on his own, or Jeff's working them. But he's got some serious motor power out there working the yard today. Now, Mr. Tomcat Kelly here, better known as Kitty Cat, is over here running the local for the Apex, and he's working the industries. He's going around picking up cars. Got a lot of cars to pick up. That's his manifest. He's doing the actually doing the Apex yard run, where he has to go. He's going back and pulling cars from the Topeka Santa Fe interchange track. This is a dual-use track. It's the loop during non-operating sessions that comes back out over here. During an operating session, we put cars back there that are designated as the Apex. It's the Apex Santa Fe interchange. So those cars are sitting on the interchange. Okay, he's got to get some of them. Now over here in Silverville, Dave already got rid of train 101. It's gone, so he's in the process of. You
see our cars from 101.
Yeah, he's putting cars away. Oops, there goes the car tag on the floor. Okay, that's works. So, and what they use the little pieces of plastic for is just to tag cars to say this is the one I gotta get. Unless you happen to be the owner and have all the cars memorized, you got to remind yourself somewhere. Dick over here has been patiently waiting. Okay. And the grain ethanol train came through. Now he's going to take those engines down there, and he's going over here and round up the coal cars, and he's going to bring the coal cars to the division point, which is, in this case, the new division point, and he's going to put that train in there for the next crew to take it on, and he's going to bring back those set of BNSF, whatever they are, ACE, whatever, 44s anyway, and he's going to bring those cars back, and then he'll come and get the BN cars, and then he'll come back with the KCS engine. So, the CSX engine. So he's got a full day's work in front of him. There it is. Now, Alan has got the Apex, well, in this case, it's the Silverville Apex Industrial Apex turn. And then it comes back to Apex Industrial, and then it comes back where it was built out of the Silverville yard. He'll be back later. Right now, he's on the Apex Silverville branch line, which is a Class 2 railroad. And he's going over there to Apex Industrial, which I know that the Apex Industrial is tied up right now with the ethanol grain train. Dave's over here running the local at Rockridge, patiently waiting for the Rockridge turn to come. Okay, so we've come up with a logjam. We've got the Manifest Freight 101 sitting up here. We have the local back here. He's working, and now we got a coal train coming. So we got to get the local to clear up so we can get the coal train back on the siding, which is back here where the local's sitting, and so forth. It gets to be interesting. And we have the this is the Apex yard operator here. He's doing his thing. And this train 100 here. So the two Manifest Freights have ended up in the same place.
You got flash corn back in too, don't you?
Yeah. So I gotta keep that back there.
Yeah. All right, just stick it on the back of the diesel here.
Okay, now we're getting train 80. The coal, the ethanol grain train straightened out.
Oh, that's you? Train 99.
Oh, is the other one leaving then?
Yeah, not yet.
That's 80. He's 80, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 80.
I wasn't when I got here, but I am now.
He's kind of stretched out all over the place over here. So he had to pick up ethanol cars and all kind of good stuff. All right, so fun day on the railroad operating, and this is the operator. He's on a 10-100 break here, feeding his face with some of the food.
Under control.
You got everything under control. Good. Glad to hear that. And this is where I sit with the dispatcher, and I think we need some dispatching. Okay. And one more thing here, we have the, there's no trains in the, well, I take that back. There should be one. Where is he? I see him. He stopped. Okay, we have a coal train in the Helix. Let me go see what he's up to. But that's the Helix. So, this is the Rollins branch turn right now. And he's over here working. You coming back? Or?
I'm going back. Oh, I'm working Grizzly right now.
He's working Grizzly. Now, we're going to give him some instructions of something he needs to do. But this is True Cut Lumber. He has to work that. Now he's got to go down here and work this little branch where they have some coal cars just past Dave Ustoff's head there. So Punxsutawney Phil over here sitting on the floor. And he's finishing his train, one of the Manifest Freights. And he has to put cars in the yard, and then the rest of the train goes and parks in the holding tracks for the next crew to come along and finish the run to points west. Or in the model railroad world, it's going into staging, and it'll become somebody else's train.
Alan, you got this one laying right here.
You're not straight. You got to back up more. You got, now pull up, it'll connect. Now go back. There you got it.